comfy over there,
What?
Ian?
Yeah, you look pretty snuggy.
Yeah. I've had this blanket since I was 4.
Does it
Really?
smell like you've had it since you were 4?
Mm-mm. I got it from my mom.
No, that's nice.
Is it getting cold in Ohio?
Bro, it's supposed to be like -6 next week.
Oh, I had a
It's a -1 right now.
You could live in Colorado. You ask for it, living in the mountains.
honest to God,
Walk around like that.
I'm still honestly not fully recovered from having the flu or whatever. Like, remember when I had a fever like 8 days ago
9 years
or
ago,
whatever?
yeah. Jeez.
Just 3 days ago, I was still coughing up, like blown out, just straight yellow stuff. You know, the dead white
Those
blood
are
cells.
called boogers.
No, like the yellow, which is a sign of an infection. It's a sign of infection or prior infection. And it's just like
I thought you have an English degree. The fuck you talking about?
I looked up why like your mucus is like yellow after you have like the flu or something. Because I was just wondering, I was like, why is this shit fucking yellow? It's fucking gross as fuck. And so I learned a little bit about that.
I'm gonna let you correct my grammar maybe sometimes, but you ain't about to correct my health, bro. What you want, WebMD? Yeah, yeah. All right, man. You San Diego guys are built not different.
Speaking of which, it's like you guys are talking about the weather there. It's like 60 fucking 60. I think it's the high today,
And
61.
you're freezing.
No,
You
I'm comfortable. I'm a
if
little
you came
warm
to
in here.
Dayton, you probably actually die. And I'm not talking about heroin or meth, dude. You would die from the weather, probably,
I
Adrian.
would not die from the weather.
He
You
would see one.
saw.
He would see one
You
steak
guys
and shake
act.
and keel over, bro. It's like giving a Victorian child an iPad. Like,
I grew up
there's no
10 minutes
way.
away from a steak and shake. What are you talking about?
No, stop lying. He's trying.
You act
He's
like
just
Florida doesn't
trying.
have
He's just
steak and shakes.
trying. He's just
What
trying
about?
to.
Hey, what about Frisch's, dog? What you know about Frisch's?
I don't
What
think
you
What
know
about
that's
about?
Skyline? A
Yeah,
Skyline would put this guy
yeah.
in a
Skyline.
coma.
What y'all know about Publix? Hmm?
Bro, I stay
What
at
y'all know
Publix.
about
Yeah.
Publix?
I'm Publix
I'm
enemy
out in
number
public
one.
right now. What are you talking
I'm,
about?
What you know about
I'm pub.
Wawa? What you know about Wawa, huh?
I'll give you my Wawa. Keep it up.
Welcome, everyone, to yet another episode of the Something Original podcast. Today, in our lovely virtual studio, I am joined with our other host.
Spider-Man.
And the Dark Emperor.
And I'm Namor. Oh,
Yeah, you would be.
Master
Who
of the
would
Sea.
be? Who's the
Yeah,
Dark Emperor?
it depends on what timeline.
Yeah. Right now, it would be like Dracula.
Would it be Dracula or Nosferatu?
No. Well, if we're talking Marvel Rivals, 'cause it sounds like you are,
It sounds like
um,
that's the theme.
Doom is still like the overall arching villain of the whole game,
Yeah.
but
But
Dracula
Dracula
is just like a
started the
mini villain
Eternal
of the
Night.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like a
What-
mini villain within this overarching story with Doom.
I heard Doom was supposed to be a character from launch. Or he was in the beta or something.
His like models and stuff are still in the game files. They're just probably not going to get released for a while because
Yeah. Since
he's
he
still
is
like
the
the main
main
villain.
baddie. Yeah. It would be fun.
I learned recently that there's like a shit ton of lore just within that game. It's fucking
It's a
insane.
comic.
Yeah, they have a comic out now too.
Really?
I saw it on Marvel Unlimited. Yeah, it's a comic.
Oh
It's a
shit!
whole series.
I
Yeah.
actually might have to check that out. That's actually, fuck, hell yeah! God, I love
Overwatch
Marvel
who?
Rivals.
What are we talking about?
God, I love Marvel Rivals so much. It's just so
God, dude.
different.
Hopefully with this whole like anti-China thing, this whole government's trying to push on us, they don't cut that shit.
Or
Well,
I'm Singaporean.
NetEase is a Chinese company, but um, they haven't really. Is it NetEase? I remember I looked it up. I don't
NetEase
remember
is
if
a
it's.
Chinese company, but I mean, they have a US based operations just like
Yeah.
TikTok. And they tried to ban. I heard TikTok now is live today, so maybe
Oh
the
yeah, I was on it
ban's not
earlier.
going through. Yeah, I was just on it too, and so maybe the
Breaking
ban just
news from
won't.
the past when you guys see
Breaking
this.
news: we had probably the shortest ban of an app ever, and
What was that?
we're
Like
back. Mine kicked
14
in like
hours?
last night at
It was
around like 8 or
8:30 my
9.
time and it was
Yeah,
like 10:30 my time. It's about 14 hours, 15 hours.
yeah. It wasn't even 24 hours. The app was banned,
Barely half a day.
which is good news because I guess that's what the U.S. tried to do with the creators of League of Legends. So Valorant and League of Legends were going to be on the chopping block, getting banned. And NetEase, people were saying Marvel Rivals, since that's a Chinese company,
Hell.
they might get banned.
See, I told Sarah this not only like probably a week ago when I heard some like that bullshit rumor about them going after Marvel Rivals, but especially last night because I have this game on my phone, Marvel Snap, and there's another mobile game got taken down because the company that owns them is a subsidiary of ByteDance. So within that, they got shut down. Marvel Snap, I mean, that's Disney. I was like, this is definitely not going to last long just because Ron DeSantis tried to fuck with Disney and look what happened. I
I'll
don't
be
even think
back.
he said the word Disney in like a year and a half.
It's
Yeah,
They
like
served his
Boogeyman.
ass on a platter,
I
made
haven't
him look
heard anything
stupid.
from him ever since he got called out for wearing lifts in his boots. He hasn't said a single thing. I haven't heard
I'm
anything
so
from
glad
him.
I left Florida. Such an embarrassing fucking state.
Yeah, you're telling me. Now they're trying to nightmare stuff. They're trying to pass a ban that, or not a ban, a law to check kids' private parts to stop transgender kids from being at school or some shit. But
So
it's
they're trying to
giving the
make it
law gives
legal.
them to look at kids' privates. That's
We're
fucking
moving
weird.
backwards. We're
We're moving
moving
backwards.
backwards so
Don't
far.
don't ban my apps and don't look at kids' genitalia. I think that's a
How is
pretty
it that
easy
the
things
people that
to.
were just screaming, save the kids, are like, hey, us adults want to look at your fucking private parts real quick.
Yeah,
That's
can't make sure you're one of them transgenders.
all right.
You're weird.
I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm changing the
Yeah, me
topic.
too. Me too. Me too.
I had something planned for
Check
you
mine.
guys because we haven't done an anime draft battle in a while.
I thought you were gonna give me a
But
gift or something.
I wanted to make this a little interesting. Now, because I know like the parameters of this, I'm gonna let you guys decide if you want me to be involved with it, like me picking characters too and stuff.
Yeah, I would say so. I always make the drafts too, and I participate.
I've
Just
So
made a
you
because
draft
should
it's
too.
like
before, and
very,
I took
it's
participate.
very specific, and a lot of it hinges on like the fact that you guys don't know what's gonna be going on when you pick the characters. So leave that up to you.
Wait,
Maybe you just go last, and we pick first. I
Okay,
guess
I'll
it
let you
just
guys pick.
depends because I don't know.
I'll let you guys pick your four, and I'll take the leftovers. That's gonna make sense in a second. All right.
Okay.
So for this
leftovers.
draft battle, instead of us picking willy nilly, I went ahead. Uh, no free clout. Went to an AI program that's very popular, um, and I got
LGBT.
two popular characters from some popular animes, and this is going to be the pool that you guys draft from. So I'll let you
Okay.
guys pick your four since there's 12, and then I will just take the leftovers.
Do we know what the characters are?
I have the list right here,
Okay.
and I will read it to you. So
Okay.
first, we have two characters from Bleach. We have the captain of the 10th Division, Toshihiro Hitsugaya, and then we have the former captain of the 2nd Division, Yoruichi. And then we have from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Colonel Roy Mustang, and Scar.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Next, we have from the Seven Deadly Sins, we have the Fox Sin of Greed, Bon, and we have the Boar Sin of Gluttony, Merlin. Next, we go to Hunter x Hunter. We have the Master of the Bungee Gum, Hisoka Maro. And then we have the Cat Humanoid Chimera Ant, Neferpito. Pito? I always forget how
I've
to
never seen
pronounce it.
Hunter x Hunter.
Pito. You never seen Hunter x Hunter? What are you? Never mind.
Pito's the one that Gon goes psycho on.
Yeah.
Next, we have from Naruto, we have the Copycat Ninja and 6th Hokage, Kakashi Hatake. Then we have the former Jinchuriki of the One Tail and the 5th Kazekage of the Hidden Sand, Gaara. And finally, we have from One Punch Man, the martial arts master and S-class hero named Silver Fang. And then we have the S-class hero named Tornado of Terror with immense kick powers, known for his short temper and incredible strength.
Okay.
Which one of you wants to go first?
Gannon, I feel like you haven't said anything, so I want to have you kick it off.
Yeah, you could pick any of those 12.
Give me Scar from Brotherhood.
That was a good one. That was probably going to be one of mine.
Scar. Let me write that down. All right, go ahead. Chase?
I'm going to take Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter.
Hisoka. All right. All right. Gan, you go again.
Give me Gaara from Naruto.
Gaara. Chase?
I'm going to take Kakashi from Naruto.
Kakashi. Gan, pick your third.
I'll take Yoruichi.
Damn it, I was...
Gan's third is Yoruichi. Chase?
I'm going to do Bon, Seven Deadly Sins.
Bon from the Seven Deadly Sins. Chase's third. All right, Gan, pick your last one.
Give me Merlin.
Merlin. Gan's fourth. All right,
I almost
Chase,
had my-
give us your...
I'm going to do Tatsumaki from One Punch Man.
Tatsumaki. Chase's
I
fourth.
almost had my perfect team. I had all the ones I wanted, and then I was going to do Bob.
That is going to leave me with Toshihiro Tsugaya for my first, Colonel Roy Mustang for my second.
Mustang would have been tough, too. But...
What's next? Neferpitu as my third. And Bang, the Silver Fang, as my fourth. All right. How do I make this fair for myself too? Okay. Again, pick a number 1 through 4.
3.
3. All right, Chase, same thing.
Can I pick 3, too?
You can if you want.
I'm going to do 2. Never mind. I don't want
2. Where's your second one? Kakashi.
Oh, fuck.
All right, and for me, Chase, pick a number for me 1 through 4.
1.
1. All right. So, whichever number you picked, that person is trying to defend you. The rest are trying to kill you. Are you going to survive or not? Let's talk about it.
Okay, wait. I picked 3, so what was my third? Mine was Bon, right?
You picked
You
2.
picked, you
Oh,
picked
yeah,
2.
no, never mind. Yeah, I picked 2.
So,
Mine
Chase,
was,
for you, Hisoka is trying to kill you. Hisoka, Tatsumaki, and Bon are trying to kill you, and Kakashi is defending you.
Okay. I think that's okay.
Gan for you,
On?
Scar, Merlin, and Gara are trying to kill you, and Yoruichi is defending you. And for me,
I'm dead.
uh,
I'm so dead. Dead. It's not even
for
funny.
me, Roy Mustang, uh, Neferpito, and Silverfang are trying to kill me, and Captain Hitsugaya is defending me. So,
Think
I
you
think I'm
might
fucking
be
dying
good.
too.
Oh,
No.
really?
Are you
Okay.
talking about fucking Mr. Insta Bankai over there? We gotta get into a fight. Bankai! Just immediately.
Yeah.
How many fights has he won with his Bankai? How many has he lost? Oh,
Uh,
fuck.
dude,
I was hoping one of you would pick him.
I thought I was building a solid like team. I was like, all right, so I got my tank be Scar, Gara could make defenses, Merlin could be over the top, and then it has that crystal ball, um, and then yeah, Yoruichi could be my scout, and here I am with my scout fighting everybody. Okay, nice.
I thought Yoruichi can throw some hands.
She can, but
She can.
dude,
She's win.
she can, but against like, dude, no. I don't
I
personally think so.
I think I'm gonna win because Kakashi has the Sharingan, copycat ninja, so he's able to see things before it happens and can copy their movements and has just great taijutsu and genjutsu and ninjutsu. I feel like he's gonna be able to hold his own. I would say Kakashi's probably my strongest one on my team, outside of Bond, maybe.
Han is literally immortal.
Yeah, but you know, genjutsu. Kakashi, you just get him in a illusion state and
When is
Is
be
it
Kakashi using his
ineffective.
genjutsu?
is it
He has the
incapacitate
Sharingan. He can
or
use the
defeat?
Sharingan to.
Is it incapacitate or defeat? Because if he's immortal, he's going to be in that illusion for a very long time.
I mean, that's
And if
what
he,
happens. That's what
well,
Itachi does with a lot of his people. He puts them in a
well, then
Tsukiyomi, and
eventually it's going to run out. Eventually there is. It's not like he'll be sitting there with his genjutsu forever. Bond
I,
doesn't die. And then when he
I,
gets out of it, you think he's going to be very happy camper? The
uh,
dude loves to fight. He loves to
I
fight.
feel like
He loves to get stabbed. You think
I
he's just
feel
gonna
like Kakashi could put him in a temporary illusion, then use some like ground ninjutsu to cover him up and like bury him. And
that's
yeah,
imprisoning. You think he's not gonna be able to get out of that?
if it's pretty far down into the earth, he could just have it go all the way down, I would say, into to the core of the earth.
Dog, is he beating
Or
Tatsumaki? Is Kakashi beating Tatsumaki?
who's yeah, I think so. With the Sharingans, I feel like he's able to keep up with Tatsumaki.
All three of those people at the same time. You think he's
Yeah.
gonna be able to imprison Bond,
Yeah.
the immortal?
Mm-hmm. Did you see him during the war arc? He's able to go up against some of the best ninjas in the world in Naruto,
The
with
thing
just
is,
one
Kakashi?
Sharingan, with a broken sword. I think he's good. I think he'll be able to hold his
I
own.
don't know. He's gonna get Kakashi has to find out that Bon is immortal by trying to kill him, and by then, if he gets too close, he's gonna get fucked up. Bon ain't no bitch, and he's strong as shit. And what's the shit with the fucking what was the fairy bitch he loves? Didn't he get some like
Very
power up through
bitch.
that too?
Who,
And I don't
Kakashi?
remember.
I
Bon.
think it's I think that's just one weakness actually. Like if something happens to her, then he loses his immortality.
I feel like he had also. Oh no, when he was in purgatory, he just got a lot fucking stronger, like just
Yeah, let's put him
physically.
under let's put him underground,
I
bury him so that he just comes back as a straight demon when Kakashi's like 90
no,
years old.
okay. I forgot Kakashi. His Sharingan ability is it's the same as Obito's, and Obito's was he was able to transport people and himself
Oh
to
my!
other realms. Like he had his own little pocket dimension.
You know how fast Bond is?
You know how fast Kakashi can transport people into that?
How
Tatsumaki's a
many times?
sidekick, dude. She's gonna be in his head before he does anything. You think the Sharingan's gonna stop that?
Yeah, I think that's the point of Sharingan. You're not able to fall for illusions. You see through them, and you can see ahead in time.
And what
I
was the other
appreciate the
one?
argument, Chase, but you're wrong.
Well,
And
you
Hisoka?
guys literally, you guys don't stand
Hisoka?
it.
You know what he's gonna
Hisoka's not
do?
doing shit.
He's
Hisoka's not doing
he's
anything.
just gonna touch kids and get Kakashi's
Yeah,
attention. He's gonna distract Kakashi by touching kids. He's gonna be like, "Who's this student?" Kakashi's gonna try to kill him. Then Bond's gonna then
no.
Oh,
Honestly, Kakashi, that's gonna be Kakashi's first target is Hisoka, and just gonna chop his head off with a fucking lightning blade, and we're good.
yeah, Hisoka's
Hisoka's
also a
probably
magician.
not good. He just
He's
has
got tricks.
nin.
He's got
He has
tricks
the
up his
gum
sleeve.
gum nin,
Bungee gum,
but it's
master of the
bungee
bungee
gum.
gum.
But it's not gonna do anything against Kakashi. I feel like with the Sharingan. I feel like the Sharingan honestly puts Kakashi at a whole new level. If we're talking about what's it called when they have that giant fucking Tsukiyomi? Not Tsukiyomi. The big fucking like, wow, what's it called? Where he pretty much turns into a mech, but it's like a chakra mech. I forget what they're called. If he has two of the Sharingans, then he could get that. But I'm just going off of the one base Kakashi, and I still think he holds his own. But let's talk about you guys. I feel like you guys are already out for this, so I feel like
Yeah, yeah.
according to your guys' drafts, I would have the better chance
You
of
probably would have the
Kakashi.
better chance.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll
but
talk
you're
about
still
Gans.
losing.
Uh, Yoruichi's defending him, and then Merlin, Scar, and Gara. That's that's the killer one right there. Gara.
yeah. See, if you would have had Gara defending you, you probably would have stood
Different
a
story.
better chance. Yeah.
Different
He could just
different
trap
story.
everybody in sand and kill them instantly.
Hmm. Yeah.
But I kind of think
Even
Yoruichi
Scar,
might be able to.
Scar's pretty strong
Yeah.
too.
Scar could probably blow up Gara's sand
Yeah.
every time he gets caught in it.
Scar's sick.
Scar is good.
But Merlin too, also.
Merlin, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Shows-
like literally all my defenses that I had are now my attack. I was like, dude, I have the perfect team.
I'll give you that Yoruichi. She is fast, and she isn't just some like weak character.
Yeah.
I mean,
Could
she
she
was
speed
right there
blitz
with
all of them before they even get to you, Gan?
that also depends. Would she also have that
That
same?
sand's the kicker. Like if I,
Would she have?
it depends on like
That's
if I got trees to run off of or jump around in, or if I'm like on flat ground, I'm getting swallowed up.
that would matter too.
No Diddy.
What's the environment like then? Can we add like a passive environment buff to us?
The
I feel like
passive
you guys
environment
might
buff is
need it.
crazy. The passive environment buff is crazy.
We'll just say it's the home turf you're being protected in is whatever world that your protector is in. So for me, it would
Oh.
be in the world of Bleach. Also for Gan, in the world of Bleach.
Oh, in the Soul Society?
So maybe somewhere in the Soul Society, we could say that. She does spend a lot of time on Earth, so she could be in the world of the living also.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the
We
Soul
also have
Society.
to
I think I
factor
got
in,
my.
is she going to have that equipment she had when she fought Aizen with Kisuke and Ichigo's dad?
Because he was going. Chase was going with like the baseline Kakashi. I think I'm gonna still. Go with, like,
I was just saying, like, you know, to be fair, baseline Kakashi, I'll go with him just to have a slight edge. But if I go full power Kakashi, I feel like it's low diff, if anything.
Oh man, why could I have gotten Senpachi?
'Cause I left mine up to chance, and I got fucking Hitsugaya protecting me against Roy Mustang, Pito, and Bang.
Roy Mustang isn't that bad. I feel like
He's not
Bro could
that
probably
bad.
kill. I
It's
feel
not like
like
he
Bro
could
could
like
kill
fly.
Mustang.
Yeah, I love Roy
Yeah,
Mustang.
he's
Don't get me
good, but he
wrong.
just has no defense, and all he
Yeah,
does is snap fire, and that's
it's
it.
not like he can like
But
long
that's the
range
thing.
that.
He could kind of burn away at least some of Hitsugaya's ice. There's a problem at least there.
All you just have to take off his glove, then it's
But
he
he
doesn't
wouldn't
have
know
anything.
that. But he wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe he'd probably catch on. I mean, he is like a prodigy captain, but actually no, dude. Actually, I'm not gonna give that ice dragon any kind of freaking credit, dude. I've like Adrian said, dude gets whooped, son.
He gets whooped on in Bankai every time. I don't think
Yeah,
how many. I'm gonna look it up. I don't
every
think
time,
he's won
dude
many
throws that
fights in
Bankai
Bankai.
around like it is nothing. He's almost as bad as Renji. And Renji be
They both
throwing
think they're
that,
Ichigo, but they're not. You can't just use
yeah,
Bankai if you're fighting. Bro,
in a
Kenpachi didn't
Tensho.
know he had a Bankai until fucking.
Bro, Kenpachi, yeah, I said Senpachi. Yeah, Kenpachi, dude, that was a whole different story. That dude is an animal.
I should
That's
have
like
included
another,
him instead of. But that's the thing. I wanted to include some that were like not that strong to kind of like
yeah.
throw it off. You know,
yeah,
I think both
yeah, that was
these
fun.
characters in Bleach are not that strong.
they're not. They weren't supposed to.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, at least like Bond is like a pretty strong character in Seven Deadly Sins. Yeah,
yeah. I'd
I would
say
say
him. Like, I'd say that Escanor's stronger than Meliodas. That's just me. I think Escanor, like High Noon Escanor, dude.
He is the.
He is
I mean,
he is a problem.
that's why it is called the One because
Yeah,
Escanor,
he
he's
is
like
a
the strongest.
problem,
Ever.
dude. And the fact that he gives Meliodas that much respect, tough, tough.
All right, I'm thinking about this more. For mine, I see a problem for my attackers in that like none of them use weapons. Silverfang, he's a martial artist.
Mhm.
Roy Mustang, snaps,
Silverfang is sick though, dude. I love Silverfang. He's a
and
cool character. No one
Pito,
punch.
he he has like his claws because he's like a cat,
Yeah, he's like a
chimera ant.
cat, like a mutant cat. But I think in the
Yeah,
world of Hunter x Hunter, it's like just they're basically just humans, but they have this special nin ability. And I feel like compared to most anime universes, that's not as strong as a Bankai, honestly.
that is true.
Yeah.
And doesn't Yoruichi know Hakudo or whatever it's called?
Yeah, I believe so. See, I just feel like after she stopped being a captain, she kind of like pushed all that away. Was just like, you know,
Yoruichi, doesn't she have that like cat form that everybody fucking loses their minds about?
She just turns into like a cat.
No, not turns into the physical cat, but it doesn't she like turn into a lightning cat or some shit?
yeah,
Yeah, what's
Maybe.
that?
I don't know.
maybe.
Does
I,
she have a Bankai? She
it's been a while since I watched that early parts of Bleach.
Because that's like one of the most iconic like things I've seen from Bleach is like her in that like pose, and she's like in the lightning form.
Are you gooning right now, Chase?
No, that other people goon and they talk about it.
You always have
Sickos.
these other
uh
people. You always have these other people.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Like you know
Yeah,
what I'm
powers
talking
and
about.
abilities.
I'm not in the goon sphere.
And neither am I.
You see it sent us some questionable reels.
I'm never on Reels, so I think they think I'm just a new adolescent uh
Gooner.
reeler. No, reeler. So they just want to send me all the thirst traps and like just things to get my
Ah,
attention.
I watch car
I'm looking through
crashes.
the I'm looking through the Bleach wiki of Yoruichi just to see her powers. So she Hakudo Kido, and she uses Shunko,
She
which
doesn't eat
is
bread.
a combination of Hakudo and Kido. But I see the picture of her in like the cat lightning form. I can see why people would. That's
Yeah, yeah. It's supposed
why.
to be.
Wait, she has keto. She doesn't eat bread. That's
Shut
OP.
the fuck up.
Uh,
That's pretty
what's
OP.
his name? What's the mangaka's name? Tite Kubo, right? Who made Bleach?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you draw that, dude?
Kubo.
Kubo, come on, dude.
Fan service.
Gooners.
Yeah.
Major
The
fan
Everybody's
early,
doing
service.
it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
the
Why is she bent
early
over
Gooners.
like that?
Yeah. It's the pose. People love it.
The people. hmm
People.
Yeah, Chase. Not you. People.
I haven't seen it. I haven't gotten that far into Bleach, so I have no
Probably
idea.
same people that are like, yo, metaphor. You ever heard of it? Probably the same people that are like cyberpunk. Give it a try.
I would think the internet would agree on me that Metaphor is a great game and Cyberpunk is like, how the fuck have you not played it?
You talk about me being a hype dodger. You find some niche things to bring up.
Cyberpunk is one of the least niche things you could. It was a phenomenon the past couple of
Yeah,
years.
a phenomenon for 20 minutes when I first downloaded it and realized, what am
Yeah,
I
for
doing on this
you,
game?
for you. After if
Yeah,
you played it after,
it's
you
not
would be
on my
like, oh
For You
shit.
page.
Are
Okay.
we still on this
Yeah, because
draft or not?
TikTok's banned. No, I'm just kidding.
Are we still on the draft? Because I'm thinking
I
about it.
think I I think I win.
I think Chase, you still might. No, I don't know.
I still might lose. It's a low diff, but there's still that possibility that I might get
Because
blitzed by.
like you said, with like Hisoka, they're just like humans with nan abilities, but like
Mhm.
Kakashi's just a human with
Kakashi's
ninja
a
abilities.
ninja
But
who's already,
he's just a human. He's
but
nothing
he
more
has
than human.
ninjutsu, genjutsu, and taijutsu. He has elite fighting style. He has illusionary techniques, and he has like just like elemental techniques. He has like twin lightning dragon. He has the Sharingan that can let him see and counter everything. He can literally transport people into a pocket dimension. He has like fire styles. He has lightning styles, stone styles, or ground styles. I don't even know.
I don't
And
know
he's
because
able to copy everything. Like he's able to see people's hand signs and copy what they're doing. I would assume he would be able to copy, not maybe copy what other people. Maybe if they're in Naruto world, that would be considered a Naruto universe technique.
You know,
all right.
you know who
Answer this
also does
question,
stuff like
Chase.
that? Taskmaster, right? Taskmaster does that, right? Copying and whatnot. You know who he doesn't ever want to fight, even though he's been offered and hired to? Moon Knight. You know why? Moon Knight's crazy. You know who's also crazy? Bond.
Kakashi,
And
I
on
feel like it's
Also,
just more
Moon
level-headed.
Knight's just a guy. Moon Knight's just a guy.
Chase, I got a couple questions for you to answer. So,
Mhm.
Chase,
Bond's an immortal.
what would you put as stronger? Powers from One Punch Man or powers from like Bleach, like Bankais and stuff?
One Punch Man and Bleach, I would say
What would you
probably
put as
Bleach, just because not everybody's One Punch Man in One Punch Man world. A lot of people in One Punch Man world are like regular people that just have special abilities.
Like the greatest Mugen Rider.
Yeah,
All right,
but
now answer
Bankai is
this.
supernatural.
What would you put as the stronger power? The powers from Naruto, the powers from One Punch Man.
Naruto still, because it's still the same way. I'm not going up against Saitama in One Punch Man world. I'm going up against like the second closest to uh Saitama, but still like Saitama just like doesn't even try against her, you know. So yeah, I still think yeah, Naruto abilities in the Naruto universe
above
compared to One Punch,
superpowers.
yeah, because I mean it's still pretty much superpowers. I think it's a more grounded version of superpowers, but I just still think like being able to shift people into a pocket dimension, that I mean
How many
you
times
end
does
the
he do
fight right
that?
there. Once he realizes that Obito is able to do it. He realizes he has Obito's Sharingan. He starts using it all the time. Oh, he used it in the Pain fight too when Pain was about to kill him, and he like teleported the nail that was supposed to hit him, but he faked it.
Because I
Mm,
just don't see a world where Kakashi's ninja techniques, all his abilities, would trump the psychic powers, the psychic superpowers of someone who is superhuman. Shit, the people from One Punch Man, some of them are like Saitama or Mugen Rider who like don't have any powers and it's just like physical strength. But like Tatsumaki actually has superpowers. Like these
Mm-hmm.
psychic powers she has aren't just like nothing.
Yeah, I mean
Tornado of Terror isn't just like a
that's the
just
only person I
anything.
can actually
I
see giving Kakashi him and Bond, but or her and Bond. But I still think he's able that the ability to teleport somebody to a pocket dimension and then just leaving them there, you take them out of the fight. You're done, and they can stay there for the rest of their lives, and nothing affects Kakashi in that regard.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about this. Honestly, Gan might have the best chance. Because if you think about it, what is one of the best things Yoruichi's at? Being fast as shit. What is the
Yeah,
one thing that beats the shit out of Gara? Fast as shit. His sand defenses won't be fast enough for her. Scar, at the end of the day, is just a serial killer.
mm-hmm. That has
And then
alchemy.
Merlin might give Yoruichi some challenge, but also you gotta think Yoruichi knows Kido, Hakudo, her own form of not her own form,
yeah,
but she knows Shunko, which is the combination of the two.
blaze me.
She has her own technique of Shunpo that she taught to Byakuga that leaves an after image. So then again, Merlin could figure out some way around that possibly. But then again, Merlin, without the rest of the
Well,
seven deadly
I
sins,
just I just feel
isn't
like she wanted to have her
all
tower.
that.
Like she has a lot in her tower. Merlin does.
Exactly
Like
too.
if she's if
She's
she's if she's in the Soul Society, I feel like she'll be nerfed a little bit.
yeah. Without the other seven deadly sins, without her tower, she won't have much to use. She still has her powers, which aren't
Yeah.
something to like gloss over, but being in the Soul Society with everything Yoruichi knows, I mean, for me, I'm kind of in the same boat as Chase, but even going off Chase's standards, if he's putting uh, powers from One Punch Man below Naruto and putting Bleach above all that, I probably have one of the best chances also.
I would say you do because Bankai's. I even though this person apparently just sucks at using their Bankai, I still think that's more effective, like compared to just regular human people with supernatural abilities. Uh,
Yeah,
Same with
Hitsugai,
Naruto. Like,
he's Captain Hitsugai. He's not weak. He's not one of the weaker captains. Well, he actually might be on the end weaker captains. That's a whole different discussion. But still,
Yeah,
his powers
I'm
and
just kind
stuff
of
aren't to
biased
gloss over.
against him.
He loses a lot of fights, but then again, he's losing fights to other like Bond guys, to other powers within Bleach. Like,
Like it was low ranked Espada. What I forgot what they even called the lower. It wasn't the Spada. but it was the guys beneath him. I forgot what they were called. Because
Lieutenant
Grimjow was
captains.
there. Because no, they had another kind of like Spanish word for it. Well, that's literally what they are. Like their ranking is like
It's
Spanish.
Spanish.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
please
I
laugh
mean, they
again.
they live in Hueco Mundo. It's,
Yeah,
I
Hueco
forgot what that's
Mundo,
Spanish for.
Chase.
Spanish for.
Hueco Mundo.
No, yeah, because even there that I don't want to get too far into that, but like the hollows and all of that, there's a lot of like Spanish in it, especially with the character Chad, who all his moves are
Yeah,
Spanish also.
I know about Chad.
yeah. You're really showing your Caucasianness, Chase.
I haven't gotten that far into Bleach. All right. Let us know in the comments below who do you think has the best chance of survival. If TikTok's still around, hopefully this can be put into a long form TikTok. But
It is. We were literally on it this morning.
I know,
Well,
but I mean, you never know.
I mean,
Because
yeah, I
Congress
guess.
is
I guess.
still kind of like, no, we're going to ban it. But
Yeah,
every
Whatever.
other person is like, no, we're going to let it go.
Whatever.
our
Whatever.
stocks could plummet.
Stocks. Our
Well,
stock?
yeah.
The fact that
Something original?
They
No.
have big American corporations speaking out against it. It's gonna hurt their pockets.
It's gonna, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It like just does not make sense. I was surprised that it, got to this point where it actually did go dark for a couple hours. But yeah, like somebody pulled the numbers. It was like TikTok contributes $32 billion to the economy every year or last year,
Yeah. You know how many,
especially.
you know how many small businesses thrive on there? There's this one guy I've actually wanted to order his hot sauces. Um,
Mm.
what is it? Harmacy hot sauces. He like makes it all himself. He has a slicer.
I
He
would
slices
hope
all his
so.
peppers and stuff. Cooks down everything in a big pot. He has his own
Oh.
thing that heats it up. He jars it himself. He labels it. He's himself, and like has this
That's
whole business
so
on
good.
TikTok, and
It's,
it it looks the hot sauce. They look so good. They look so.
all right, send me that.
And
Send me
like,
that over.
yeah, I'll send you some of the videos. But like,
Send me that over.
and he even
Yeah.
tells you like this sauce, like all of his videos are like promoting his whole company. So he'll go into a spiel about how he does all this stuff, but like he'll start it talking about a specific hot sauce, and when like he's talking about making it, talk about how spicy it is, and he'll talk about what it's good with. So like he has his whole business and marketing all on TikTok, and it works for him. Because I mean, I've been seeing this dude for like a year and a half now, like on TikTok.
Yeah,
You can't just
the
get rid of
past
that.
like week, I've been just seeing a bunch of like old people I followed. Like I haven't seen in forever. I'm like, oh, and they're coming back, and they're like saying their goodbyes and stuff. And I'm just like, dude, I
The
forgot you
final,
existed.
the final lineup, it was crazy. All the people, the trend with everyone going the Family Guy clip,
Yeah. It's
and
like,
they're all
there's one more
like,
thing I have to tell you. I did not care about The Godfather.
yeah, like some of them are kind of funny. Like the one he's like this chubby like ginger guy. I forgot his name,
I think I
but like in
know
his videos he
exactly what you're
always
talking about.
farts.
Yeah.
Like he
The
always
farts are
farts,
fake.
and he said, yeah, the farts are fake.
It's his old vice.
And it's funny. It gives me the same vibe. I don't know if you guys ever saw this clip. It's some streamer. I don't even know his name. But like he has a fridge in his room, like in the background, and it's behind him. And his chat is always tells him to open the fridge. And they're just like, open the fridge, open the fridge. He's like, oh, you want to know what's in the fridge? And then he grabs it and he turns it and it's just a cardboard cutout of a fridge. He's like, it's a lie. There is no fridge. That's the same
Why do you
vibes
have
I'm getting
that?
from all this.
Why
Why
do you have a
for that
cardboard
moment?
cutout of a
For that
fridge?
moment where you get enough people that are just like, what's in the
Oh,
fridge? Why is it there?
I do not put that much time into my sets, as you can
That's actually
tell.
pretty funny. And it definitely would get
Right?
viewers like, dude, what is in the fridge? Now everybody just kind of conglomerately wants to know what's in that fridge. And then he's
And
like,
there's nothing in the fridge.
oh, I got 1 million viewers. There's nothing in this mug. Then you can just do that with like random things. It's like,
And
is
then
it cake or
the
not?
clip surfaces. The clip, somebody clips that, it goes everywhere. Now, people, I've never seen that dude stream, but if I see his face, I'll be like, in voice, I'll be like, that's the guy who had a cardboard cut out of a fridge. Just went, there is no fridge. It's a lie. That's the vibes I'm getting from that trend they're doing.
Yeah, the vibe. Some would say the vibes are immaculate. What do you guys have to say about the state of everything? What do you guys want to talk about? What do you guys, what are you guys into? What are you guys vibing with? I feel like we haven't really talked about what we are currently doing. We've just been talking about last episode was the awards. So we literally spent the entire episode about what we liked throughout the year. What are we currently enjoying?
Daredevil. Daredevil live action.
X-Men 97. I've been watching, because I always watch Bleach in the dubs, so I've been watching all the dubs of the most recent 1,000-Year Blood War. Shit's going crazy. Renji loses again. It's just,
I do love Reggie though.
I don't want to go back to that, but it's just insane. Every time.
I do love Reggie.
Why do you use Bankai if you know you're gonna lose? Why don't you just fucking run? What makes you think you're gonna win? Fuck being a
Yeah,
warrior.
what? Why is he even in this? A Soul Reaper then?
What's crazy to me is
he has this potential. He's probably he's got to
It's hard
use it.
friendship.
the fact that like they put so much. Tite Kubo put so much stock. There's so much like face time. So much like Reggie gets so much time in the spotlight and training and being there and as part of like one of the main crew. Ichigo's friends. His ride or dies. Like he's even there with him training with Squad Zero, like in the Soul Kingdom. Like, what the fuck are you losing? Like, how do you lose? You were training with the main character with like the strongest squad. You get featured so much. You get so much face time, so much training time. One of the few non-captains that has a Bankai, and you suck ass. Like you didn't even know the proper name of your Bankai. And then when you learn the proper name of your Bankai, you still fucking lose. So what was the point of everything you did, Renji?
Character development.
Being cool.
Character development, he still loses. He didn't develop into anything. He's just a stronger loser.
Is he the main character? Ichigo
He's
is.
in the main
It's
crew.
Ichigo's
He's in the main
story to
crew.
be the hero.
Does Rukia lose? She doesn't lose often.
She lost a lot in the beginning, I will say.
I mean, the whole plot was her supposed to be getting knocked down. Now, does she lose a lot? No. She doesn't lose a lot.
Yeah, but
She gets shown just as much as Renji.
She gets pushed into a corner to where Ichigo still has to come save her.
Yes, but she saves herself too.
I
She's
saw-
able to
I
save
saw-
herself.
Ichigo
She
saves
has
her.
saved herself. No, she doesn't save herself. Or Ichigo doesn't save her every time. She's definitely won fights and saved herself. When they stormed Hueco Mundo, even
Are
after
you fully
that.
caught up?
What?
Are you fully caught up?
Me?
Adrian.
No.
Oh,
Adrian
me?
said he's been watching it.
I'm caught up on the
okay.
most recent season of the 1,000
Because
Year
I heard
Blood.
something and I skipped the rest of the video. But it's about my king, Grimjow.
I know he's back. They brought him.
Let's go. Okay. I don't need to know anymore. That's all I wanted to know. I love Grimjow.
They're like, we need all the help we can get. Let's bring everyone. So they brought Grimjow and Nelio.
so cold. He's so cold.
Who's warm?
I will say, who is it? Captain the Squad 2 captain. The dude who always wears the women's kimono. God, what's Shinsui something.
Shouldn't shoo away from this conversation.
He's pretty fucking sick. He's the one that takes over as the head captain of the
Oh
Soul
wait.
Reapers.
Um.
I forgot
You
his
got it.
last name.
Does he have blonde hair?
No, black hair. It's in like the ponytail. He wears like the pink women's kimono,
Oh.
which honestly, they showed a lot more story of that too. Like, makes so much sense why he does. He's actually a great dude. He's strong as shit, honestly. They showed his Bankai and all that.
Oh.
Insane.
Yeah, you're talking about like Straw Hat.
Yeah,
Oh. Yeah, dude. He is sick. I do. He's super cool. I forgot what it is. He has like the dual Zanpakuto.
yeah.
Dude, he's so tough. He is a good dude.
Shunsui Kiryoku. Captain
Yeah.
Kiryoku.
And he
That's who it
knows,
was.
doesn't he know, Bucket Hat? What's Bucket Hat's name? He was a former captain. Dude, why am I spacing on his name so hard?
Oh, Kisuke?
Kisuke. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Does he know
Everyone knows
Kisuke?
Kisuke. Everyone knows Kisuke.
Dude,
I
Kisuke's
know
Captain.
goated.
Kisuke.
Kisuke's goaded.
Kisuke is. I don't like his English voice actor though. Sounds
Okay.
kind of goofy.
Dude,
But
what kind
Captain
of Kisuke?
Captain Kurotsuchi, honestly, psychopath. That guy's an absolute psychopath.
I
He's
think you
the
gotta be
captain
a
of
little bit to be in the Soul
the science
Society.
division.
Yeah, dude, he's crazy.
Absolute.
His,
His fight that he had, absolutely psychopath.
I think I saw that clip actually. Hmm.
There was one thing that we just never mentioned. Uh, what we're all currently doing.
Oh, went to a Bleach rant.
Went
Um,
into a Bleach rant, and I was like,
also
yeah.
a, I'm reading a comic. So it's called Devil's Reign, and Devil's Reign, and I started. So Devil's Reign is actually the prequel. I started reading a Daredevil comic, and I was like, I got to the second series, and I'm like, I thought this was supposed to be like, about him going blind, and spoilers if you don't know Daredevil at this point, but whatever.
He's
Um,
blind.
uh,
He's blind.
but I was reading through it, and it was like I was on series two, and I was like, this isn't giving me anything. I'm kind of lost. And then I like looked it up, and then there's like this whole series that led into this about how he eventually becomes like King Daredevil and everything like that. So I'm reading through that. So far, so good.
What
Love Daredevil.
sparked your interest into reading the comics?
Um, like I rewatched season one of the show, started watching season two, and I've always like I always have Daredevil, so I have an interchangeable top three. That's how it goes with a lot of my stuff. Like, I have an interchangeable top three, and like usually with Marvel, it's like Moon Knight, Iron Man, and Daredevil. But I love Daredevil. Show your face so I can see what kind of goofy face you're making right now, Chase. What's so freaking
I
funny?
don't know.
I've been trying to segue into Marvel Rivals this entire time. Like that whole thing of
Oh,
like, what are we currently into? And you were like X-Men 97. Oh, and
I thought it would be a given that we all like Marvel Rivals here.
yeah, but we haven't talked about it. We haven't like talked about like at length what we like about it, what's going on. I was going to
everything.
say we maybe do a something scores, but
10.
Yeah,
Easy.
just say that.
Next question.
Use your words, big
Yeah.
boy.
I wanted to segue. I wanted to feel natural. I didn't want to be like, hey, let's do a fucking something scores. God damn. It's like pulling teeth with you guys.
Well,
You guys act
yeah,
like
because
this
we
is
just like to
first time
nerd
on the
out.
job.
Because we nerd out,
Well,
dude. We
actually,
like to have a
yeah,
good time.
actually, because we're talking about Marvel, before we even talk about Marvel Rivals, again, because you're talking about comics, I actually read through the Spider-Man, the One More Day and Brand New Day series because I sent you guys a couple videos. This guy, I actually really like the way he narrates through comics, and so I was watching a couple of his videos about one. I think it was the One More Day. I was watching his videos. I was like, I'm just gonna read this shit, and so I was reading through that, and I'm about to go read through like Secret Wars and all that. I actually want to read through House of M because of X-Men '97.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. That's the cool part about Marvel is this like legitimate, like it's called Marvel Unlimited app, and it's literally unlimited. There's
Yeah,
so many different spin-offs and different versions of characters. It's insane.
it's it's crazy. I looked through once. Um,
Yeah.
it's absolutely.
I
I
just wanted to
think
read
DC has
one
one
series.
has something like that too.
Yeah.
Because I looked through the DC one because I read through something. I don't know.
As you know, I collect, and I collect, I think, a lot more DC.
You know what's a Marvel comic you'd like in? Read
Hmm.
through the Thanos wins.
Thanos wins.
Yeah, that one's like like it's a universe where Thanos like actually wins like to the extreme.
Really?
Like he's enslaved the Hulk. Like Ghost Rider Frank Castle is his little yappy
Oh,
sidekick.
Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Cosmic Ghost Rider
Yeah.
is his little
I know
yappy
of that.
sidekick.
I actually know of that series.
Yeah,
Well, isn't it? Well, isn't it Cosmic Ghost Rider try to go back in time and kill baby Thanos, and then ends up just like maybe it's a different story even off of that.
I think that
There's
might be a
one
different
where
story off of that.
there's a one where Cosmic Ghost Rider goes back in time to try to kill Thanos as a child. He can't bring himself to do it. Raises raises Thanos to be a Punisher, which was I don't know why he thought that would have been a good idea. Raises Thanos to be a Punisher, and then Thanos ends up becoming like a king of a planet, and then it's just like totalitarian government style, very, very grim and dark. But
Yeah, no, that Thanos wins is crazy, especially with the whole Hulk thing. Because like he tell like there's a couple panels where he tells him Frank to go feed the pet, and then like it goes down and it's the Hulk, and it's just bones and like hero gear everywhere. Like he's been feeding
ew,
heroes, dead heroes or live heroes to the Hulk, and
yucky.
Hulk just wants to be killed. Like like, he just wants to die. Like it's crazy.
I think he just turned back into Banner, and then
I don't think he can, or I don't. I
be
didn't
the
read through
easier
it
route.
fully. It's just insane.
Yeah.
The
You know
comic.
why that'd be the easier route? Because in Marvel Rivals, like Bruce Banner is very weak as a character.
Oh
Speaking of
yeah,
Marvel Rivals, dude,
let's get our segues. Appease
that's how you
Chase.
segue, Chase. That's how you
Hey,
segue.
no, you guys just did not take the bait the way you should have, I feel like.
You know
Anyways,
what?
Marvel
If you're
What's
gonna
Rivals.
ask
one thing
me,
that unites us all together?
well, some Trey, Adrian, and I, it's Marvel Rivals, and then it's Chase in the morning sometimes if he feels like it. I guess it's like the most odd times of the day. It's
Actually,
like,
you weren't.
Hey,
hey, it's 11:30 in the morning on a freaking Wednesday. Hey, you getting on? No, dude, I'm at work.
I only say that on a Monday.
Well, we'll
Anyways,
be on tomorrow morning.
Chase, you weren't there for the conversation last night because we were talking while we are playing. I was talking about it. I've seen posts where people are like, "Well, what's heroes you want to see come to Marvel Rivals that haven't been announced that you would like to see?" And like people have said some of the obvious ones. I was telling them last night. Do you know Forge from the X-Men?
I've heard of them, yeah.
Yeah, he's not a technopath, but like the name's self-explanatory. But he can also
Oh, is
see
it?
like mechanical energy.
Is it?
Hmm.
Is it
Like
self-explanatory?
he can build any like device. He can understand any device just by looking at it. Anything he sees, he can like sense the mechanical energy inside of
Hmm.
it and stuff. To the point that he'll build things and you'll have to dismantle it because he doesn't know how it works. He just built it. And he has like these metal prosthetics. I think it's his right leg and his like right arm or left leg and right something like that.
It's
And in the
left leg,
comics,
right arm.
he's able to hide weapons inside of his like leg and arm. I just feel like that would be a cool character to add. Just the
Yeah,
different
from
abilities
what it
based around
sounds
that
like though,
idea.
they already have like what 20 characters that are confirmed to like already kind of be in the
I don't
game
care. I want more.
files.
I
And
want Black Bolt.
they're launching a character or one or two characters every month and a half. So
Give me
it's like
Ultron.
we probably won't get like actual new characters that have not been announced for like a year or two.
Dan, who was it? Who was a jungle that we absolutely hated in Smite?
Set.
The spider.
Hermes. Hermes. Give me a Quicksilver like that.
I want Quicksilver so bad to be in
Give me
fucking
a
game.
Quicksilver like that where
Or
he can
Silver
run up
Surfer.
to
No,
you.
I got it wrong. Silver Surfer. I want Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Falcon would be pretty cool. Would be pretty cool too for more flying characters. I mean, I
I
want
think
less flying
Fal
characters, but
I think Falcon was teased. He might be one of the new characters coming. I
obviously
also
Carnage, I
heard
feel like should come.
I heard a War Machine is also would be a cool concept. People were saying a flying tank, kind of like how Penny is without a shield.
Mhm.
And I commented on one of the videos where somebody was talking about it. And instead of giving War Machine a shield, give him like flares. So like whenever somebody's shooting at you, you like shoot off a bunch of flares that like redirect the projectiles. I thought that'd be cool. And you can still fly around and stuff.
Give me
Well, I think his
Cyclops.
flying should be kind of like a passive. Like he could like double jump and then engage and fly. Because
Yeah.
like with Tony, he's like staying
Limited
flying, and
hover.
I feel like his B move it makes it so he's like, extremely mobile. But I think with War Machine it should be like a double jump, so it's not like a quick action. Like with Tony, you hit B and it's boom, you're out of there. Like I think his would be more of like a fly hover.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when
Like
he's
the
on the
jetpacks in
ground,
Fortnite.
yeah,
Kind of like
yeah,
how Strange has his LB and you're just kind of
Yeah.
hovering and flying, but you can stay like that for
Yeah, you got like
longer.
10 seconds as War Machine to like fly and hover before it has
Mm.
to
dude.
recharge.
And if that turret doesn't auto attack the Iron Fists that are in my backside, I'm done.
That could be
That
like
would be
You know what's
not like
sick?
his
That would be
alt, but like a nice like it'll be kind of like the flares, but you can only it only like works for
RB.
like 3 seconds and like it just auto locks people. Maybe like a
it should
turret,
just
maybe
be
like
like a
Neymar's
I'm
turret.
saying. Like it's
Yeah.
oh
just
no,
it's
I was gonna
yeah,
say
his
it should be
shoulder
like a
turret.
full armament release. Like he releases flares, minigun, rockets for like 3 seconds. So you can't hit him with anything. The flares are blocking it and he's putting out damage. Like 3 to 5 seconds of just
So it'd
I
be
feel like it'd
like
be very
straight.
Punisher alt, but
yeah, that's what I was gonna
worse.
say. It'd be like similar to Punisher's ult. Because like Punisher legit holds two turrets and has a rocket turn like or two
Yeah.
he holds two chain guns and
Maybe
then
it
he
could
has
be like
a
Iron Man's like maybe like not like a pulse cannon, but like a mini version of the pulse cannon where he shoots 3 burst and it does like half damage, half health damage. And if you hit somebody multiple times, then you kill them, and it's just a big splash area.
Well, that wouldn't be bad.
this. He shoots out the ex-wife. You want? Hey Tony, watch this. Hammer tech? Yeah. But no,
I would.
like you're saying, the three. Okay, so the three shot thing, right? Here we
Hmm.
go. This will be the kit then. But three shot, but on the ground. So it's just like a strict push move.
Hmm.
Like
It has to go.
like yeah. So it's a wave attack. Like you know how I'm trying to think of it like another quick action. The only quick action one I can really think of is like Wanda's is like a build up. So maybe like it's like a build up, and then he's like all of his weapons pointed forward, and then it's like just used for a strict push forward, right? Because like
Yeah,
Iron
maybe like
Man's
just a
you could
linear
like
wall of
yeah bullets
action.
and yeah. Just,
He
like it
can't move
takes
it.
up like maybe make him even a little bit bigger than Iron Man too. So like it just like
I
Yeah,
was thinking like he
it
would
yeah,
takes
be a
up a lane.
tank instead of a
yeah,
DPS. He would be a tank.
yeah. Well,
Absolutely,
yeah. That's what
absolutely.
we're talking about. Yeah,
Needs to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it also adds in so that he's not like a flying a character. Like Iron Man can like direct his attack anywhere.
Hmm.
For War Machine, we're going straight forward in this mug.
Yeah.
Follow me, dude. Iron Patriot skin, dude,
that'd be cool.
dude.
I would
Yeah.
want Cyclops too as a
Cyclops is
Cyclops.
DPS.
so tough.
Yeah.
Would be
I
a
want
sick
Colossus.
DPS.
I know Colossus is already mentioned, but I need more tanks.
Colossus would be a sick.
I love playing Thor,
Emma
but dude,
Frost was
Colossus is gonna be my dog.
rumored. I would love to see Green Goblin, like comic accurate Green Goblin, like the
Yes,
actual Goblin skin. Give him a fucking
that would be
glider and
sick.
have him be a. I was thinking of this. Have him be a strategist, not a DPS,
Yeah,
where he drops bombs. That could be his like attack, but he would also drop like healing
heals.
bombs too.
Oh, I thought about this the other day. Okay, I just remembered. Gan, you know who I'm talking about. I don't know if you know this character. Bullseye
Those
would be
would
a
be
sick
sweet.
DPS.
Those would be sweet, but I feel like
Bullseye, but the version of Bullseye that has the adamantium grafted into his bones, so he's stronger.
those would be sweet.
They got to bring Daredevil in first.
Dude, they
Yeah,
definitely. I need him. See, that's the thing. I still think I think I probably. I'm gonna just go out on a limb here and say I think I'm one of the tank guys. So I mean, I would definitely love to see Daredevil, but would I still play him in like rank? Probably not. Be like one of those
yeah.
quick matches where I'll just be showing
Unless
off the
he's
fits,
crazy. Unless he goes crazy,
dude.
then
I've
I
been
would,
trying to get good with a Iron Fist, but I cannot do it in
or
like an
do it.
actual quick play setting. I can only play him in like a Doom match.
I
yeah.
just I like
He's
Wolverine. Wolverine's fun
so
to play.
hard.
Wolverine's
Wolverine's
so fun to
so
play.
sick.
Just getting in there and going fucking ham. You know
I'll
who'd be
just stick
cool?
with Spidey.
Nova, the hero Nova.
Yeah,
That would be sweet. I was talking
I
about that
think
with one of my
I
clients.
think they were also rumored to come. Like
Nova,
they have some
Nova would be sick.
mentions in the files.
Dude, Werewolf
Because they got
by
Adam
Night.
Warlock.
Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you know that?
Where I don't know.
You don't know Werewolf by Night? Okay, so Werewolf by Night is Marvel, and as you can probably tell, have him like a mix between Wolverine and Hulk. Because I don't know if he's like an extremely smart like human form, but dude, his wolf form would be sweet.
Mhm.
Reptile, heavily like a lot of people want to see him too, where he can like use like different dinosaur body parts. He like changes his
Give
that'd
us
be cool.
Darwin from the
Darwin would
X-Men.
be he got
Like
nerfed so hard
comic
in the
accurate.
movie.
Give us
Yeah,
a comic accurate Darwin as like
not
a
him
how
getting
how
blown
would he
up.
fit though? Because that
You
would be a
would be
tanky person.
yeah.
Because he can survive
It
Feel
would be
anything.
that.
cool to have. We just need more tanks. So
That's
I
so
mean,
true.
more the merrier. I was
Definitely
also. I heard
Juggernaut if we need more
also
tanks.
Juggernaut. I think was rumored. Also, he's like also
Juggernaut would be
mentioned.
go insane.
But
Dude,
we got
I'm
the
the
thing coming
Juggernaut,
too
bitch.
eventually.
Beast strategist.
Yep. They're
Tanky
bringing
Yeah.
strategist
Hitmonkey in
beast.
before Beast. That's so weird to me.
I think there's like I was talking about this with one of my clients. I'm like, I appreciate them bringing niche characters in that not a lot of people know about, but don't just like do it to the ground. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, don't get because a lot of times, like if you want to keep using the nostalgia punch, I know that they're trying to like teach people about these other characters in the universe, but like, dude, give us like, who was I just talking about? Yeah, Beast, dude. Like the X-Men of any kind, really.
I heard
Nightcrawler for sure would be sick.
Nightcrawler would be sick. And I heard somebody like hint or not hint, but like talk about Mysterio being a strategist by chance, and his alt would be turning everybody on like both sides into Mysterio, and you take off a friendly fire. So like no matter who you're shooting, you could be shooting your own teammate and they die, and like
On
something
the
like
enemy
that.
team,
Yeah.
that'd actually be insane.
But you turn everybody into Mysterio, even your own team members. But so like even they
They
will,
could get killed by them.
they can
Scenario,
get
yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
So if
Yeah.
somebody like Iron Man alts, but then Mysterio alts, like you just killed the entire lobby.
that'd be pandemonium.
Yeah, but it would be kind of like, oh shit, like that's a nightmare scenario.
Yeah. Trying to think of somebody who could be like a healer. Because
There's an X-Men.
There needs to be
I just saw a
more.
video.
I hate to be like that guy. There needs to be more male strategists, because I do
Yeah.
want to more or less play someone like me. You know, I do love my girl Cloak and Dagger, but
You mean
Yeah.
Dagger?
yeah, but the full name is Cloak and Dagger.
I mean,
Well, yeah, but you said my girl, Cloak and Dagger.
My
Cloak
girl,
is male.
but you start off with Dagger.
they-
Mainly,
it's they-
you're playing
they, them.
Dagger.
They know.
Sorry. But I'm
thinking
trying to
about
think. I have
Forge.
been trying to.
because
Who?
I was talking about Forge last night. We were just talking about Forge. He probably could be a strategist with his
I
ability
think
to
Ultron's
create
supposed to be a
devices.
strategist too.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me Ultron,
I heard that
dude.
a while ago.
Give me
Ultron, dude.
Ultron. His abilities seem so fun. The drones, bro. The drones.
Or some other like heroes that use magic.
Heroes. Wicked.
Magic.
Wiccan could be a good strategist.
I saw a fan art. Right, it was Wiccan, and he could turn into Hulking, which I guess is like a
Hulkling,
like
yeah.
yeah, Hulkling, yeah. That'd be a cool one. I'm trying to think of a magic style Marvel character. Dormammu.
And he's more like a cosmic
Dormammu?
entity. He's like a cosmic
Captain
entity.
Marvel?
Though. That's like saying Galactus. Like, you know, Dormammu doesn't have like a physical form either. He's just like a.
Well, they have a small form.
I
So-
guess.
Well, because like
Doc
think about
Ock?
Ultron. Ultron's like a big bad. Are you serious? If Ultron
Doc
gets
Ock?
off the chain, Doc Ock.
He would probably be more tank, I would say.
Rhino, dude.
Rhino would be a sick tank.
Yeah. And he would just
Rhino.
be like, oh, well, I guess
Charge?
there's no one really like. Yeah, he
What
would
about
just
Shocker?
charge.
Shocker, like Vulture,
Shocker
like we're
would
talking
be
about Spider-Man
fun.
villains.
I mean, it's Sinister Six. Mister,
Sick
dude,
dad.
healer, strategist, Mister Sinister. Boom.
He could be a, yeah.
Yes, he absolutely could. He has all kinds of powers. That's like his whole thing. It's his whole stick.
Mephisto. As a
Mephisto would be
strategist.
raw. Mephisto would be raw. I'm talking going in raw. Black Knight, dude. The Black Knight. You want to go niche character?
Oh, yeah.
Give me
Yeah.
the Black Knight, dude. With
Yeah.
his magic sword that drives him insane.
Yeah.
I heard Kit Harington was going to play him. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
No, he is. At the
Yeah,
end of the
is he?
of Eternals, it's like an end credits scene where he like I think it's like a family, like it's in like a box, or it's I don't remember the exact scene, but he like opens the box and it's the sword there.
Oh my gosh, yes,
Too
dude.
bad
Give
Eternals didn't
give
do
me
good, so
Black.
they probably are gonna scrap that whole
Eternals,
line.
honestly,
I
people need
loved
to
it.
give it
It
more
was so
credit
good. Yeah,
because that they did exactly what you're supposed to do with the speedster with what's her face.
Oh yeah, dude. That
She
scene
was
is tough.
exactly like I think it was good. I think they try to get too many
they
big
just like
names like
threw too
Angelina
many.
Jolie.
Yeah, and Harry Styles,
Yeah,
and
and Rob Stark.
Honestly, that might work. Harry Styles,
I
I don't
know
see it.
I think it'll work. I think they just threw too many big names and too many
Angelina
characters into the
Jolie, like why
movie.
is she there?
Yeah, like they just it was just too much for like a group of characters that not a ton of people knew about.
Yeah.
Like Iron
Um.
Man's a very recognizable character. The Avengers are all very recognizable characters. It's like that
Don't get me
works.
started there. They're only recognizable recently. And the only reason they're recognizable is because in history, they weren't recognizable. The Avengers were not some of the best selling. They were some of the lower selling Marvel comic heroes.
Yeah.
And that is why Sony was able to buy movie and game rights to people like Spider-Man, X-Men, things like that. That's why we have the MCU starting with the Avengers and Iron Man. We don't have it starting with the Fantastic Four. Those rights were sold off, and that's why we got Fantastic Four, and then we got the Rise of Silver Surfer. They,
mm,
if the Avengers weren't unpopular, they would have been sold off and we would have had no
Yeah.
MCU. The MCU would have started with who?
But I
The
would still
Challengers?
yeah.
Like,
They still are popular. I would say like Hawkeye and Black Widow were probably one of the least popular, but
Iron
yeah,
Man
they
wasn't,
had yeah, but they had to start with Iron Man like to really kick off the MCU. And then Iron Man got popular and they were like, "Okay, who else can we start working
well,
with?"
that's because Iron
Thor,
Man was unpopular
Hulk.
because he was written as like a fucking douchebag person,
Yeah.
as a shitty person, as Tony Stark. But none of the Avengers were that popular. Even Hulk wasn't that popular,
He got a
which is
movie in
crazy to say.
2006.
Yeah, but
He
this
was
was
all right.
yeah, but this was after X-Men and all that. When Marvel was
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit, people like Marvel characters and movies. We should try something with the ones we still have rights to." Hulk, Iron Man. Oh, they like this. MCU.
Well, they I don't think they liked the 2006 Marvel Hulk.
I did.
With
That was
Norton?
Hulk.
Yeah, it was fine, but I think critics
Everybody,
didn't
I've what
love it.
I've seen, people like the Norton Hulk more than they like
Me, right here.
fucking
Yeah,
what's it?
I thought
The
it was a
Ruffalo
more
Hulk.
accurate. Yeah,
That's Hulk.
yeah, that's
That
Hulk.
Yeah,
is. He is there to destroy.
Hmm.
Like even there's this movie. It's like it might be Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, but Hulk starts throwing hands with all of them. Like in the movie, the first movie, that's what Hulk is to me. And
yeah.
I want him to
Well,
get bigger as he gets angrier.
yeah.
I
Now
want him
he's
to get
Let's
taking
get
anger
stronger.
management.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
what?
supposed to. The Hulk is a more complex character, and people don't understand. He's not just Hulk smash. You know, the another whole half of Hulk's character is just the connection between Hulk and Bruce Banner in his mind. That's why we get things like Science Hulk or what I forgot the name of him, Smart Hulk, whatever the character's name is. Like we get that
She
Oh,
because
Hulk.
that's just like a big complexity with trying to have the Hulk in control and just Bruce Banner dealing with like this is his life, you know. How can you be the
That's
smartest man in
why
the world when you turn into the world's giant, dumbest idiot, you know?
That's why I appreciate Marvel Rivals for giving a little bit more legitimacy to the actual lore of the characters because like Gan just said, Hulk should get bigger the angrier he gets.
Yeah.
You had three stages to Bruce Banner's transformation into the Hulk. His ult, you get bigger already from where you were in your normal Hulk stage. That's so you're like no
Yeah.
like none of the movies thought of that, you know.
yeah, World Breaker Hulk. That's what we need.
At least we're finally getting Red old, which is okay, I
Yeah.
guess.
Harrison Ford though, why? Dude,
Bro, they could have
leave
just
this man
brought
alone.
back Andrew Norton. They could have.
Yes,
I mean, I get
dude.
it. He's supposed to be Thunderbolt Ross, but and
Who's
Thunderbolt Ross
Give
is
Riker?
me
supposed to be like an
Nicolas
older white guy.
Cage Ghost Rider.
Is
Well, dude, who is the
eh?
dude from? Oh wait, for the game?
No, I was just making a joke.
Oh,
Ghost Rider would be
dude,
a sick character in Marvel Rivals too.
I
tank
just don't know how you're gonna incorporate the motorcycle. It could
ability.
be his alt, but
You know
I
what?
don't
You
Screw
know
his
know.
what I learned
ability.
recently? Because have you heard the rumors about Professor X coming to Marvel Rivals?
Yeah.
I've learned for almost half of his publication history, he hasn't been in a wheelchair.
No, which yeah,
We've
I
been
saw
lied
that.
to by the Sony movies. He's not always been old man in wheelchair. Sometimes shown as young man before the wheelchair. Like he spent a lot of his publication walking.
Yeah,
So like,
I wonder if that's what they'll do with him because they have Marvel Rivals have taken a shift from like the mainstream looks of
I think
some
they
of the
go with a lot of the
characters.
I think they really do take a lot of comic inspiration with how they do
Iron
these
Fist
characters.
was one of the biggest changes I've heard because Iron Fist
yeah,
should have a sword.
no,
Well, that specific Iron Fist, that
Yeah, but
specific
the
Iron Fist,
the
oh,
the most popular Iron
because
Fist had
Danny
a
Rand,
sword.
Danny Rand
Danny
is
Rand.
a like strawberry blonde redhead guy
Hmm.
who is the more known Iron Fist, but
Yeah,
I forgot what the guy's name is that has it now. So he was an actual superhero, but he had a sword that shattered into like a bajillion pieces, and then upon something, he came upon the dragon of the
Yeah.
Iron Fist, and then was the next Iron Fist chosen.
I've
Which
noticed though the broken sword when you actually play Iron Fist, you see some of the fragments of the sword when he's punching, like
and
with the
this
dragon.
the skin that is the guy
Yeah,
the like the premium skin or whatever it is. That's the guy. That's like the actual guy
yeah,
before he was Iron Fist. I forget what his
yeah.
name is.
Gabagool.
Cool. Doctor Voodoo would be sweet. Give me Doctor Voodoo as a strategist. You know,
Sandman, I can see being a tank.
yeah. Craven the Hunter.
Craven would be fun.
Make him so he can beat up Black Panther, please. Somebody get him out of the back lines.
I went up against a fucking crazy Black Panther the other day. I'm like,
Dude, I've seen more and more. And what's pissing
they're
me
getting
off
good.
is I'm seeing more Thor players. And I'm like, okay, y'all didn't want him before.
Can't
Dude,
have them now.
we had a game last night where we were absolutely. Adrian was Captain America, Trey was healer, and I was Thor. And we were bullying. I ended the game 35-2
As
as
Thor.
Thor.
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot more good Thors too, which was uncommon last season.
Mm, Thor Force.
Yeah.
May it guide us.
So are we gonna do a something scores, or are we just gonna?
Dr.
Should we save
Voodoo.
it for next episode?
Any of the Midnight Suns. Give me Morbius. It's Morbin time.
That would give more life to Morbius. They fucked him up in the movie.
Dude, and like, it's like the perfect time to, like,
Yeah,
during the Dracula, this is a perfect time.
that would be that. Yeah, and we need Blade. Give me Blade.
Yeah.
Blade's
But
coming.
yeah, Morbius would be so clever to do right now.
Yeah. Dude, any of the Midnight Suns. Like, why is that? Dude, they're the spooky guys. Mr. Knight, Swamp Thing, Doctor Voodoo. Um, I love I like the Midnight Suns way more than I like the Avengers because Daredevil's also in it sometimes, and it's
Hmm.
like I don't know if you've ever seen Justice League Dark. It's like
Swamp
that.
Thing. That would be a great strategist.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Or man, is it man?
What
I
was
would
I
do
just gonna
mixed
say?
because there's Man Thing in the DC and then there's Swamp Thing in the Marvel. There's like I think it might be Man Thing in DC, and then they're
No,
like the same
I think
character.
Swamp Thing. Swamp
Is
Thing, I think
Marvel?
is DC.
Is it Man Thing in
I
Marvel?
think so.
Jamie,
So,
he has like
Stan
the
Lee.
if he has like the not human face, that's the Marvel one. It's like a giant like shrub looking. It looks like he's like a human ghillie
yeah,
suit.
Swamp Thing is a DC character.
Man Thing is Marvel. I always get it mixed up because they're literally the same character, but just
Mm-hmm.
different.
There's a lot of similarities.
Yeah, Man Thing. Uh,
It'd be sweet, like a healer Groot, basically.
yeah, team affiliations, Nexus of all realities, Midnight Suns, Thunderbolts, Daydreamers, Legion of Monsters. Blah, blah, blah. Who was I gonna say? I was just thinking about this. Oh, for a niche character, before we like move on, Cassandra Nova, Professor X's sister, probably also
I
be a
thought you
good
said
strategist.
Nova earlier.
From Dead Wolverine Deadpool movie.
Yeah, 'cause she's been in the
Yeah,
comics before.
yeah,
She's a little niche, and
yeah.
she's been introduced recently. She'd be a good
Give
strategist.
me
No,
Ant
Say
Man, and his alt is you go inside people's butts and expand.
Chase, do you know who
mm-mm.
I meant when I said Nova earlier?
Yeah, no, I got him confused. You're right.
Sabretooth, dude.
I'm trying to think of more, but
Captain
do we want to give
Captain
this a score?
Marvel. I think Captain Marvel was announced. Yes, let's do
No.
a score if you guys want, or we can save it for next time.
All right, this is easy for me. 10.
10, 10.
10. I guess we'll
You-
just say it.
Yeah,
Unanimous 10.
It's a
yeah. Because
I
dude,
love the game. I love the Overwatch style. I like the hero shooter game style. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't
it
realize I
needed
was
to
good
be
at it
third
and liked
person.
it. Yeah,
It needed to be
I
third
didn't know I
person.
liked it, and I was good at it until Overwatch, and I played Overwatch. I liked it. That's one of the
Yeah.
things. Third person, like
Mm-hmm.
getting
If I'm using
skins in Overwatch.
$20, yeah. If I'm using $20 on a skin, I want to see that. I don't want to
Yeah.
have to be MVP to see it.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
like um just that the third person access. Shout out Team Fortress 2 for doing it before Overwatch. People don't
Hmm.
give a shout
I
out
love
to
Team
that.
Fortress.
I probably would have played that if I had an Xbox growing up, but I was Sony growing up, so I had PlayStations. So I never played that.
Yeah.
But they did it before, so I'm not gonna do a lot of I don't want to do a lot of comparisons to Overwatch. They were like the bigger hero shooter. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was the first one I played, and there's a lot of things I didn't like about it, and all of those things are like basically eliminated, except for like a PvE like story mode. That wasn't a selling point for me ever for like Overwatch 2. So I'm
I think it was
it's
more or
not a
less just asked from the community in Overwatch 1,
yeah
and Blizzard said Overwatch 2 was going to be the PvE version of Overwatch,
yeah
and then they didn't do
yeah,
that.
and Marvel Rivals doesn't need that, and I think Overwatch 2 did need that because Overwatch 2, I've said this before, there's a disconnect with the characters you play as because they're just these
It would
random
be so
characters.
fun, though.
It would
It'd
be
be like
fun.
It'd be like Marvel Alliance, but like now.
They announced it. PvE is coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's not needed for Marvel Rivals. In the reason that Overwatch needed it to like kind of establish a connection with the characters, like who the fuck is Reinhardt? Who the fuck is Genji? Like who are these people? I don't know anything except this little bit of lore. Marvel Rivals doesn't need that because like you don't need a story mode to know Doctor Strange or Moon Knight or anything like they have so much long established comics that you can reference and rely on to know about these characters. You don't have to go to some niche like site or go to Reddit or go to some wiki. You can get Marvel Unlimited. You can just learn a bit about the character. You just go to Wikipedia, just read about the character
Well,
for a second.
I think that it still is doing the same thing that Overwatch is doing. Like, if you've never heard of Marvel, which I know is unheard of, like, obviously you
Yeah,
know about Marvel, but there are
but
some
you
people
haven't.
who have never played or never watched any of the movies, never read any of the comics,
Mm.
who don't know who Mantis is or Adam Warlock or any of these people.
But
So
there's a
they
reference
do still
point.
have to go, but they do still have to go read comics. Just like how if you wanted to learn more about a character in Overwatch, you still have to look it up. But it
Yeah,
is
but
more,
like
they are more
there's more
familiar.
established. Like everything we know about the Overwatch characters just comes from Overwatch. Like it's just
Yeah.
like it's all the lore is in like there's no I don't know, it just feels like random people. Whereas like here it's just
Yeah.
like oh shit, Captain America. And like even for the people like, oh, like I don't know who Mantis is. I'm gonna look up the Marvel character Mantis. Like, oh, they've had so many like comics, they're part of like this team and that team. Oh, I may have heard of this character or that character. Whereas like Overwatch, where it's like, oh, I looked up who Hanzo is, and he's just Hanzo. He's just the guy with the bow. That's it.
Yeah.
There's just no story behind it.
I will make the argument that Marvel Rivals does need a PvE mode because
It'd be fun. It'd be
it
fun.
would be
I
fun.
don't think
It
it
would
needs
be
it.
fun, but I do think they could utilize it because the story is unique. It isn't in any of the other comics, you know?
In the
It's
Marvel
connecting
Rivals
all.
comics, it is.
Well, yeah, but it's like a brand new story. So I think they have this opportunity to tell this story through a better narrative lens instead of reading the comic or like reading the comic or looking at each character's profile, learning about the lore and getting those gallery cards
Yeah,
to read about like what's going on. Ugh.
I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
don't.
fantastic.
But that was one of the big things for me. It's just I have so
Mm-hmm.
much for me. I have a connection. I know about a lot of these characters, almost all of these characters. There's a couple like Luna Snow. I had to look her up. She came from a different mobile game. Like she wasn't. She got her comic off of just being created for a mobile game for Marvel. Like Magic. I had no clue who she was. Didn't know she was part of like the New Mutants. She was actually portrayed in the New Mutants show, in the live action show. So that was kind of interesting.
She was played by fuck, what's her name? Anne Joy Taylor or
Anya
something.
Anya Taylor
From the
Joy,
House of
whatever.
Cards,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Queen's Gambit.
or yeah, whatever,
Yeah,
whatever.
she was in something else. She was just in a Mad Max remake too.
Yeah,
But yeah, I would say this game is a perfect. Like honestly, I
and the
cannot see a single
abilities.
flaw with the abilities, the team ups. Like people are saying like it needs a roll queue. Honestly, I feel like the
they can't.
versatility
Ranked.
with each character is so unique that no matter the setup, you can still be good if you have skill with the character. And that's what I love about the characters too is like they all have a difficulty curve with it. So like a Spider-Man, you cannot just jump into a game play Spider-Man. You have to really really practice. Same with
Yeah,
Hulk. They're a 4-star difficulty. You can't just jump into a ranked game and hope for success. But there are some characters that you could just jump into it for the first time and do all right. That's
Yeah,
what I like about it. And there's so many different team
Iron
compositions. Like
Man.
you can run 3 strategists, and I heard that's like the meta right now. And you can
We
run
did
like
three
two
tanks
tanks
last
and
night.
3 tanks is like also it just depends on like because every character has a different set. You know, there are dive tanks, there are shield tanks, there are dive
DPS tank.
DPSs, there are range DPSs, there are DPS healers, there are just straight up healers. You know, it's just like you just got to pick your poison. You have to find the right team composition. And I love how some of the characters are just a little overpowered because they are, at the end of the day, superheroes. So they should feel overpowered.
And with roll queue, riddle me this, right? The team abilities would be pretty much useless. Adrian, I don't know if you
That's
missed that,
Oh,
but
there we go. Yeah.
with team up abilities, I think roll queue would be useless. or
That's
vice
what
Okay,
versa.
I think they should
yeah,
just flesh out the team up abilities too, so
I
you
have a
don't
couple things
have
with that.
people complaining about role cues.
I have a couple things with that. First off, I think roll Q should be added for gold and above. When you hit gold, you should understand what's going on, how to feel for the team, how to adapt with your teammates. I think it should be roll Q for gold and above.
Well, I think that goes
Um,
against what you just said about role cue. Like that, you people should understand the way to flex because you can go a 2v2 team comp, but somebody can have a 3 healer, 2 tank, and 1 DPS team comp, and you're gonna more or less want somebody that's gonna be able to dive in there and you know mess that up,
I
and
I
maybe you
think
go 3 healers.
I think when you hit a I think when you hit a point of comp, you should hit actual like comp where it's not, oh, we have to like out strategy by going 3 tanks and 3 healers against their like 3 healers, 2 DPS. Like instead, just put everyone at an even field. Each team is getting two
Well,
tanks, 2 DPS, 2 healers, and that's the comp is seeing who's fills these roles better. I feel
Well,
like getting
I
up to that
that's
point of
fair.
gold.
Oh,
I
go
like
ahead.
I like their system where you can just ban 2 characters as a
Yeah,
team.
I think that
I
works.
think that system works.
That's it. That should stay. That should stay because that's like comp in a lot of game modes like
I
this that have comp. Like that was in Smite.
I just think that the team of abilities I think would be
That's in League, I think. Also,
very dampened with a roll queue. I think if you roll queue it, I think that could just really
Because
because
there are,
I think
yeah,
when people I think this also helps people so they'll try different routes,
hmm
right? Because like even
yeah.
with a quick match, like some people are like, all right, I guess I'll just play tank this time, or by you can always find plenty of DPSs thrust.
hmm
So I think
Yeah.
not having a roll queue on comp also will make it so like, oh, okay, we got this going on right now. I'll just be a healer. I know how to play Loki, so I'm going to play Loki. That's probably one of my best healers for comp. I could play Loki. Oh, we're going to need a tank this time. I will be the tank. I'll play Thor. You know,
yeah,
DPS. I come
I've
I
across
just
don't
it.
know.
played so many games
I
where
think
it's
the roll
like we
queue.
will win the first round. They do the 2-2-2 setup, and then next round they will run 3 tanks and three
What's the
healers, and it's like, oh, that's like a pretty hard thing to counter. So I think it makes it more competitive to have a better team composition
Hmm.
to or and like yeah, team communication to where you can counter their counter.
technical
Comfy.
difficulties? Anyways, what was I going to say? Team ups. I think because I think about it every time we play. First off, it's game changing to me. I think
Yeah,
it's just so cool how it
adds
just
an edge.
adds another layer of just things to work around. I think constantly about the fact that you can cross over multiple um like power ups between people who have power ups with like multiple team like different team power ups. Like not many people I don't see do that. Like I don't see somebody playing with like Thor, Thor, Cap, Storm, and then Loki, Hela with that, and then just
I
fill
think
the
they should give it
DPS.
a bigger buff because then I think they would do it more often.
I feel like people just don't think about doing that. People just think about, oh, I got the team up, but like crossing team ups like through multiple like Luna Snow, you can do with Namor and Jeff. Then you can also do with Iron Fist, and Iron Fist can also do it with like
Mm-hmm.
Magic, I think, or no, not Magic, someone else.
So on.
But like even like just that, like
Yeah.
it's just a lot you could do.
Cross plat connection.
I
But
also heard somebody bring up, maybe they introduce team downs to where if you're like, let's say
Oh,
you're a
like a
Spider-Man,
nemesis thing, like a
like a
rival
nemesis
system.
thing, if you're going up against, like, say you're a Spider-Man, then you're going up against a Venom, like you have a rivalry where you have to like, you get like a debuff, but maybe you also get an ability to counter it. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah, I
how it
saw
would
someone
work. I
say
think that,
I think I saw the same video because
yeah,
they were talking about like Namor and Reed Richards. Like,
yeah, that like
that's my
that's my
wife.
wife. That would be, that would add a cooler element to it too, but I would also say like the team ups definitely make a rule queue not necessary. That's the hill I'll die on. I think that's a reason why Overwatch, the competitive scene in Overwatch started to dim away, because you just it
It's
just
super repetitive at that point.
it's just super
Yeah,
repetitive, because yeah, you are just instant locking essentially what you're willing to play. And they also said the roll queue, or not the roll queues, the time to get into a game increased heavily when you did
And
the competitive.
and we were talking about this, Adrian, also, like how we came out last night with three tanks and three healers, right? I think it also shows those people that literally will not play anything else but damage. Like, maybe I should try out these other characters. Like, we waxed those people. Like, it was you as Captain America
yeah,
and me as Thor, and we just bullied them. They couldn't even chase. They would literally leave out the spawn mid map of Wakanda, and we would just destroy them every time.
yeah.
They could do nothing. And but this is the point too. They would refuse to play. They had one tank, Magneto, and they refused to anybody else. They
Right.
would try like anti tanks, like they would try like Wolverine. They would switch to Mister Fantastic. They would try anybody except try to have another tank help Magneto, and we would
Mm-hmm.
just bully them.
Yeah.
I think that's
My
the, yeah.
my thing with
Sorry.
comp is I just feel like at some point you need to hit it needs to hit a point where like you you can't cheese. You can't do something that's either copy what we're doing or you're gonna lose. Like I feel like it's putting that level of comp that like when you maybe not gold, maybe just like plat or something. Like when you get to that level, it's like you don't have the opportunity to just cheese off these odd formations and stuff. Like you're being put on the level ground with your opponents and you just have to outskill them. You just have to be better than them.
I don't
Like
know
that's
because
comp. Like that's
I think you.
competition.
Well, I think though, like these people that have like teams of six and they're like religious, getting into the full on tournaments and stuff. I think if they have like a main character and they all find a way to work together and they just dominate, I don't know. I think that's cooler to me personally because like it kind of makes it so that people would want to play in a team of six. We just we have three friends
Yeah.
and we just
Yeah.
try to
I
make the
don't
best of
yeah.
it.
Oh, join
I
our
don't have a
faction,
problem with
Gabagools.
I don't have a
Gabagools
problem
with a
with
Z.
no role queue. Like it's fun. I enjoy that. I enjoy like all the different things you can do. But I just also think at a certain level of comp, you have to be put on a like everyone should be put on a level field and it should be actually competition. Like you actually have to be good at that role you're picking. Like you shouldn't have the opportunity to just switch around and change and be like,
I
oh,
heard
I'm
it
not
gets
good at
better.
this.
I
I
heard
heard
it.
the ban system makes it
Well,
palatable.
not even just that. I was talking to this guy yesterday. I was trying to tell them, but they got weirded out. They were just like making fun of me for saying Grandmaster. They're like, "Oh, Grandmaster." But so I had one of my clients. He was Grandmaster last season, and he was telling me he's like, "Dude, after you get out of platinum, or like even halfway through platinum, you see a dramatic change because gold is still like people that have just lucked out and got to gold, and that's why a lot of people get hard stuck in it." He's like, "But once you get past that." He's like, people then know what they're doing, know the role they're trying to go for, or they can flex and go somewhere else if they need to. They said it gets dramatically better.
Mhm. That's what
I
So
guess.
I've just taught
we just
myself
gotta break.
to
We gotta break out
play
of. We
every
gotta
role.
break gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
I
feel
heard it's
like
harder though this season.
because
Like there are
I just
people.
I also feel like it makes it better for the people who go to ranked solo queuing or just with one friend or a couple friends, where it's like sometimes our comp games, we're stuck with the guy who switches between strategist, vanguard, duelist, and it's just like if you just stayed in one role, maybe just change to a better character, things would have been better. And I just feel like a role queue at a certain level, it just makes it so. Yeah, like your friend said, I'll take his word because he was grandmaster. I'm not going to argue against that. Um, if it even if it does get better, I just feel like I don't know. I feel like people grow, and even the people who are shitty grow, but they don't stop being shitty. They're just shittiness.
I think
The
they get
bar for their
hazed.
shittiness.
I think once they get up in those ranks, and if they're still trying to pull crap like that, I feel like they're gonna get hazed.
Uh,
If you're solo queuing and you can't flex and like try to help out the team in competition, what are you even doing there?
what they need to do is take away the
Go to
censors
quick
from
play. Go to
swear
quick play.
words on the chat. Let me
Yeah.
call somebody a mean word and bully them off of DPS.
You
At least
smelly filth.
censor just the word. Like if I type a sentence calling somebody ass and it's just 3 stars, fuck you. I just spent a minute typing that on Xbox.
Yeah.
Let the rest of my sentence be there so they can context clues know
Call
what
him
the stars mean.
call him a mule.
Uh, but I also think like a role queue would then take away the character difficulty aspect, like the character curve, like the difficulty curve with learning a character. Because like there are just some vanguards that have a higher difficulty curve. You can't just like insta lock like you can insta lock Doctor Strange and have a really good game, but that's taking away somebody's like time and energy into one character if like all of the roles are filled and they're forced to play a character that they just have no skill in, or if somebody takes the character that they've been practicing working on for the entire season, they need to flex and they need to play DPS or something. It forces them out of that, and I just feel like they should have the opportunity to just play who they want to play, and if they're really good at that, then hey, good for us, like they'll be a good asset to the team. But I just forcing them into a certain role that they may or may not be okay in, because what we're gonna see is like we're gonna see more people just the roles like Adrian, you mainly only play DPS. Getting into a game, because DPS is probably one of the most popular roles, getting into a game is going to be hell. I guarantee it, because more people are going to want to play DPS.
Yeah, but I can queue tank. And that's my thing. Also, when
You
it
won't
gets
be,
to a
but
certain
that's the
level,
thing. A role queue, we'll have to decide before we get into a match. And then, okay, let's say we want to get into a match quick. You go tank. Let's say Gannon goes tank, you go tank, me and Trey go strategist, and then we are left with DPSs that don't know how to DPS. And then that fucks us, kind of.
Yeah, because then there's games where I'm like, dude, Adrian, like I'll solo tank. Please switch to Namor.
Yeah.
We need somebody
But
to
then
do
yeah.
if
that.
we
I
get
mean,
a role queue, we won't be able to do that. We
I
won't
mean,
be able to have you switch to DPS.
I want to be wrong about role queue. I just feel like
You are
too many people are entering ranked, not understanding. Like,
because we're
I
so low
get,
ranked.
I
Yeah.
get
We
it's
play a lot of
open.
quick play, especially this
Yeah,
season. We
I
need to
get it's
start playing
open
ranked.
queue,
We got
and
to
like
practice.
there's a big emphasis on like playing who you want and like you know experimenting and everything. I just feel like comp should be for the people. I don't want to sound like a dick saying this, but comp should be for the people who know how to play the game, not the heroes. I feel like when you hit a certain level of comp, you should be tested on how good you are at the game, not how good you are at playing a certain hero or role. I feel like if you're reaching like platinum, like you shouldn't just be like,
You know how many ranks there
I don't
are,
know how to
bro? They added another one on the high side.
One for
Celestial.
all for all for one.
Wait,
There's,
one
I
above
think.
all. But they added Celestial
Oh, did they? They added.
in
Oh,
between like Grandmaster and something
oh.
else. So like, dude, we're like barely like if we're talking rank, we are barely scratching the surface getting gold.
I'm
We
in
got
plat.
we we got the Moon Knight gold plat 3. Okay, thanks. So like we got the Moon Knight skin and we were done. Like if you want to be about it, you got to be about it.
I
And
don't know.
yeah, it's gonna suck. There'll be a lot of games where it's like, oh, back down to gold 2.
Hmm.
I
But
don't
you
know.
know
I feel
what?
like people like us, like how many I've complained about it so many times when we play. It's being stuck with people with randos. It's just I feel like something has to be done with these people who solo queue and don't know how to play, but are doing it in comp and do it enough in comp to hit high enough ranks to where they're fucking up
I
the people who know how to play, who are good at the game, because none of us are shit. We're fucking great at what we do. We could hit fucking plat 1 easily, but it's breaking through with all these fucking randos. Even just
We gotta carry them.
hmm
We
a
gotta carry them.
single rando ruins it. And I've seen it where we've gone off and it's just a single person doesn't do what they're supposed to, ruins it for us. Especially in ranked, getting up to like people where they're queuing 6 of them together and they all know what they're doing and they're all talking to each other. And, like they have the best communication. Like for us on the side of we don't have that full team, just that one person, it fucks us up. It happened last season. I watched it so many times.
I
It
think you
fucks us up.
said I think you said the right thing, Adrian. It's the people don't know how to play the game. That's the problem. It's not the people picking a certain role that's the problem. It's the people not knowing how to play because it is an objective based game at the end of the day. It's not a game where you're just trying to get kills. There are
It's team
multiple
based.
games
It's
where
all team
Go to
based.
Doom match.
Team
Go to
it,
Doom
ups.
match.
Like it's all like
it's
people don't understand it.
I we've played so many games where maybe one of us is the healer, but there's another healer, or maybe none of us are playing healer. And the healer that's the rando on our team doesn't heal, you know? Or the DPS isn't getting kills. Or the tank isn't like, defending. But it's like also there's so many different situations in the game where there would be a better time to use an alt or there would be it's
Yeah.
just all situational. So it's like what you said is right. People need to learn how to play the game. It's not the fact that it's like role the roles are the issue. It's
Well,
people just need to learn how to
solution for
be
all.
situational.
There should be a separate mode of ranked. Still counts to the same rank where you can roll queue for the people who do want to. Because I feel like people who solo queue should.
And for people that, dude,
they should be
Adrian,
boxed
But
into
I
a role.
mean, but then
I
that
think
but that's the tournament though. That's what you're talking about. That's pretty much what you're saying.
what.
We don't
But
have enough.
dude,
I want to get in the
I'm
tournament. We don't
thinking
have enough.
about it, Adrian. I feel like the people that do want roll queue are all going to be damage characters.
I'll go tank or healer. I've been getting
I
better
know,
with
but
Loki.
I feel like if you do a separate roll queue, you're never gonna like. I feel like it would never be a game played
That is true because
because I feel like
that's why I want to be wrong about roll queue because it did not work that well with Overwatch 2, and I want to be wrong so it Rivals
well,
succeeds
I'll
more.
tell you
But
this:
I want
you are.
to not deal with shitters anymore. And you know what? We should go online and just campaign everyone who plays with their friends to just solo queue. Can we just get people who know what they're doing? Because I feel like everybody who knows what they're doing plays with people, and we play with enough people that there's no room for the people who play with people that know how to play
Oh, I have
to
two
queue in
more.
with
I have
us.
two more that play PS5 also.
Oh,
There's some balloons for you. I have two. I have
'Cause,
two
like,
more people that play
let's get
PS5. I work with Adrian. You played with Denny. We played finals. Denny got Marvel Rivals.
I think I remember Denny.
we can.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him, but Jacob, PS5.
Yeah.
Get Jacob in. I like Jacob.
Let's start getting real about it,
He'll
guys.
probably main Mr. Fantastic, so he can be Mr. Luffy, and um,
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
When's he gonna be back on
Then
the pod?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him since the wedding, honestly. So Sorry, Jacob, if you're listening.
I'll send him a text. I'll message him and be like, hey,
Yeah,
listen,
get on
buddy.
the pod. Let's talk
You
about.
want to kiss or what?
Yeah, he's been just all in on the fucking One Piece trading card game. Like he still is posting about that. I'm
I've
like,
seen
I haven't
his videos.
heard about it in forever.
2 hours and 15 minutes, actually. Because
Is
we
it
were in an
really?
hour and 40. We were in an hour and 40.
All right.
Shit.
For the
Let us wrap this up.
This bitch in 2 episodes.
thank you
Good.
for
Man.
thank you so much for tuning in this week, guys, with another special edition, I'd want to say, of a Yap Fest. We do get into it. It's nitty gritty. Thank you for that. You can also find us on all streaming platforms. I'm talking Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Those are the main three. If you have anything
Boom.
else, you're cool.
Boom.
We're there.
Because it's also
Hey,
available
sorry to hear
everywhere.
about your
Boom.
sorry to hear about your buddy. We're gonna give him
5
5
booms.
booms.
Boom, boom,
Boom.
boom,
Boom.
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 And then with the 5 booms, we also have $3 a month on our Patreon.
Oh, it's free.
Really?
Patreon's free. It's been free, but if you want to donate, you can donate anything.
That's what I was gonna say. I was trying to. Chase, I don't even think you understand what a segway is.
What are you talking about?
You were talking about
Not even-
segways. I was like, we're talking about 5 booms, but there's also $3 on the Patreon.
But there's
And I was gonna
not
get
though.
to
There's no $3.
that. I was gonna get
Dude, you
into
can
it.
donate $3, Chase.
You
You're not
can
understanding
donate
the vision.
$3.
You're cutting the man off.
But I mean, why stop at 3 when you can donate 5? Like 5
I'm
booms.
already capitalist.
I'm already doing you one shameless plug right now. I'm not doing any more.
It's your plug
Right?
too.
Especially when you don't even understand a segue as a podcaster.
I don't understand.
It's terribly
what's going
sad.
on. All right, whatever. I'm sorry.
That's it.
You got anything, Chase?
Just real quick, if TikTok is banned, we are available everywhere else. I know it was banned yesterday,
Note?
but now it's back. We aren't gonna be on Red Note. I don't want to make it a Red Note account. If you guys want to, I can send you the
I'll do
videos.
it.
But
I'll do it.
yeah, that would be so
I haven't-
funny if mainland China just starts fucking watching something
Hey.
original. That would be so fun.
I'm about to go on Red Note and help some of these Chinese students with their English homework that they need help with. Like there's people on Red Note right now helping people in China, in mainland China, with their English homework. I'm about to go do that. That sounds fun.
Yeah,
That sounds like I'm giving.
And plug us.
Ni hao, for future reference.
Ni hao.
Kai Lan. Do you guys remember that show?
Meow Kailan. Yeah, that was a good show.
Caillou?
No,
Yeah,
Kai
Stop
Lan.
getting off track, Chase. You got
Sorry,
anything to
sorry,
say?
but yeah, if TikTok is available or not available, we are still available on all of our other stuff. Check us out there.
Yeah. Reels, shorts, all the good stuff.
Red Note, apparently.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in to yet another episode of the Something Original podcast. My name is Adrian.
And I'm Spider-Man.
And I was, am, and will always be Gannon. Peace. Learn a segue. Learn one
Shut
segue.
the fuck up.